California State Assemblyman David Tangipa. Assemblyman, great to have you back on the program. So describe to us how hospice care is currently working in California.
Well, actually, it's not working at all because, unfortunately, it's the highest survivability rate that we've ever seen. And not only that, if you look at when it comes to LA County, there's more hospice on one street than most states have combined. And so it almost seems like the best thing somebody could do if they want to survive is actually get on hospice.
Yeah, you mentioned the survivability rate because, of course, someone is not eligible to get hospice care until they are in the final year of life. And so in California, apparently you found some sort of miracle because people get in hospice and stay for years and years and years. How does billing for fake dying people harm actual dying people?
This is why this type of fraud is so much more evil than the daycare fraud that was happening in Minnesota. Essentially, what they're doing is they're stealing Medi-Cal ID and then they're billing the state and they're exhausting this person's entire medical benefits. Then, if this person actually gets sick and they show up at the hospital, they're supposed to be dead. So they don't get services that they need. If they are diabetic, they will lose their insulin medication. And yet the governor sat on his hands while he knew hundreds and thousands of hospice facilities had a survivability rate of in the 90s. You know, this is something that it's insane that the governor is out there bragging that he went after 200 hospice care facilities. I found 200 with a couple of my colleagues as well at one location. So that's how easy it is to find that this fraud has been happening, and that is all over the place. On one street alone, again, they have more than the entire state of New York and Florida put together.
How are you and your colleagues in the state legislature going to ripen this issue for votes and amendments and accountability so they're not able to get away with this without people being truly aware of the waste and the fraud?
Well, here's what we were waiting on and what everybody has been asking for. Where are the arrests? And I just have to commend my colleagues, Assemblywoman Alexandra Macedo, but not only that, Bill Asaley and Dr. Oz as well, because this is what people have been waiting for. They've been telling us that this fraud was already happening, but nobody was getting arrested. So people were really getting exhausted on why they were even working on it. But now the arrests are just beginning. We need to arrest every single person. And not only that, I believe a lot of these people should be charged with murder because they have killed people that lost their benefits. I mean, we have groups out there that are targeting the homeless people, signing them up on Medi-Cal, stealing their Medi-Cal, putting them on hospice, and a lot of them are actually even pulling out mortgages in these people's names. So this is what's happening in California. This is barely beginning, and this is what I, as a lawmaker, and a lot of my other colleagues are really going to do, is actually keep exposing this, but we need our U.S. attorneys and our DAs to really help us with their job and start arresting everybody.
Bill Asaley is your former colleague in the California legislature. He's doing a terrific job. I think he is the motivating force that's bringing some accountability. But I wonder how deep those charges will dig into the California government. As you put it so well, this was fraud hiding in plain sight. When you have all of these hospices in this one area, it's just clearly mechanized fraud. And there will be people in government saying, well, we were just following orders. We didn't know. We were just moving paperwork. What do you think should be the standard or test when determining whether or not to charge someone in California state government for their involvement?
I think we just need to figure out if they knew about this. Not only have they been warned, but what our job is, as even the minority party here, is I can make sure that we're getting in front of these arguments of ignorance, that they can't claim, well, I just didn't know, because we have been pointing this out. I was ridiculed. Bill Asaley was demonized and attacked when he was in the legislature for calling this out. But now who's right? So Bill's going to have the last laugh on this one. A lot of my colleagues in Sacramento really despise Bill because they hate having the hard conversation and they hate telling the truth. But this is what happens when you get a U.S. attorney like Bill Asaley. He's coming after everybody. So these claims of ignorance, the only way we get in front of it is if we, as the minority party and the other elected officials, and I invite anybody who wants to bring back accountability and say, let's just do better for the people of California. So I commend Bill. I commend even the whistleblowers who have actually given us some of the information as well. And also my other colleagues that are willing to stand up and be on an island in Sacramento.
Well, we are grateful for that. It showcases the importance of having key people in these prosecutorial positions. A state assemblyman in California, David Tangipa.
Some in the left-wing media are freaking out over this new contract between us at OANN and YouTube TV.
It's dangerous that One American News is being platformed on such a large digital streaming pay TV provider. You're freaking out about the fact that people have choice. You know, like people can't be allowed to hear what they have to say. OAN is not the only channel on YouTube TV. There's like dozens of them. So if you don't like what's being said here, we hope you stay, but there's many other things going on in the world. This is how the left operates, Alicia. They operate in censorship. They don't believe in choice and letting people do their own homework. This is the way the authoritarian left works. They don't believe in choice because they don't like the fact that we don't live in the 1960s anymore with 3 networks and your local newspaper.
We have to respect freedom of the press, the First Amendment, free speech. Remember that.
I want to begin tonight by welcoming and thanking all of our new viewers on YouTube TV. Overnight, One American News welcomed a potential 9.4 million new viewers on YouTube TV. So on behalf of everyone here at OAN, welcome to One American News. We are incredibly excited to have you.
This will allow all YouTube TV subscribers to enjoy 16 hours of live news coverage every single day, as well as all of AWE's lifestyle, travel, and family programming, and it will be available in YouTube TV's baseline package. Now, the Vice President and Global Head of Media at YouTube, Justin Connolly, said this about it. Our goal has always been to provide our subscribers with a wide range of content, which is why we're excited to bring One American News to YouTube TV. This partnership gives One American News access to our growing audience, while also giving our subscribers even more choice when it comes to news and entertainment. And we here at The Real Story are extremely grateful for the opportunity to now reach a wider audience. And we're also grateful for the time you give us each and every single day. And we're excited for the future at this amazing network.